hate to admit it, gang, but Coronet is cozy at this point. Learn to be a reply guy in 7 easy steps. I want my odor back, odor back, odor back.
This is the story of an arguer. Jeff loved to argue about anything and everything.
Oh, so he's a dude.
After all, the Vikings were here before Columbus, and so were the Indians. And we don't know how many others. So how can you say Columbus discovered America?
He just invented progressive
You say
Twitter.
Jonesville won the tournament last year? Oh, they couldn't have.
Fake news.
Oh, liverwurst. You must be crazy to eat that stuff. That's the silliest opinion I've ever heard. There are 10 cards that'll hold the road.
Jane, you ignorant
We
slut.
don't need to enter a new conference. That's just the coach's idea. He wants a better job next year, that's
If you
all.
like to argue so much, Jeff Field, why don't you go out for debate and learn something about it? Look.
I like saying debate me. I don't actually want to debate anybody. Let's see. Whom shall I assault with my opinions?
That's all this stupid. Now, what's a puppet theater have to do with debating?
Let's ask Statler and Waldorf.
Mr. Evans.
Thank you, Alice. We've an interesting gadget here. You'll see why in a moment.
I've been fired and I'm going out with a
We're here
bang.
today to find out how to argue. Is that so difficult? Well, it isn't easy to become skilled in argumentation.
Let that sink in.
Argument has purpose. If not, why argue? Agree?
Well, actually, sir.
Fine.
Oh.
Now, let's go on to another question.
Pizza versus Sloppy
Assuming that
Joe.
we have a good subject for argument. How should we argue?
I want to thank the Feebles for being with us today.
Oh, well, where do you think you're going?
Sir, are you sure this is an academically viable debate format?
A new athletic conference, you know. Huh. Just because everybody wants to take a trip, we have to join a new athletic conference. Well, this is our
Got him
big
eating out of my
chance
hand.
to put our
Old
school
dog.
on the map. Garden City, Garden City, Garden City.
Oh, a comments section breaks out.
Everybody knows you're just trying to take a nice long trip at school expense and get beat.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about.
Well, anyway, you'll agree we should try to put our school on the map if we can. Sure, if we can.
Wow, they really speak to teens' issues.
We've done okay, so now there's
Well,
no
let's not have the same kind of argument that they had.
Leave it to the professionals.
This is a hot issue. We chose it because it is a real issue here in our school right now.
White people problems.
It's a good subject for argument, agreed? The question is, how can we make that argument profitable?
Cha-ching.
How can we argue so as to change opinions?
Ideology?
Now,
Fear-mongering?
let's repeat this Punch and Judy argument. Whenever you see anything that keeps it from being profitable, we'll stop the show.
Oh, boy.
All right, Alice.
Be sure to really shriek unintelligibly this time.
Oh, well, where do you think you're going? Oh, I'm going to Garden City next year as a team. We're going to join the new conference, you know.
Wait a minute.
There's something wrong.
Give us Barabbas.
Decided whether to join the new conference or not. Punch doesn't seem to know what he's talking about.
And you feel you have to know what you're talking about to argue profitably.
I'll say.
Then America might not be for you.
1. Be
Louder.
informed.
Oh, right.
Know your subject. That's the first essential of how to argue profitably. All right, Alice.
Just because everybody wants to take a trip, we have to join a new athletic conference.
No puppet,
Well,
you're the
this is our
puppet.
big chance we'll put our school on the map. Garden City, Garden
Even this level of discourse is better than what we've got now.
Punch and Judy aren't listening to each other. How can Punch convince Judy if he doesn't know what Judy thinks, and vice versa?
Good point.
But you're a girl, sorry.
That's step 2. Listen
To Tucker Carlson.
and understand. You can't argue profitably until you know what your opponent believes. All right, Alice?
Well, anyway, you'll agree we should try to put our school on a map if we can. Oh, sure, if we can.
Sure.
No,
Hold
why
it.
can't
Isn't there something there?
Punch has a point.
I mean, well, sometimes when you're arguing, you waste time over points you really agree on. At least Punch was trying there.
Good point. I wondered whether anyone would catch that.
Attack your opponent's physical appearance.
Find common ground.
What if they're satanic
People in
baby
an
eaters?
argument usually agree on something. They have to. Or else the argument won't convince anyone of anything.
And if you know where you agree, you can see more clearly where you disagree. Isn't that important in argument?
No, wrong.
Find the issues.
Find the issues, then misrepresent them to your own advantage.
Once you know exactly where you disagree, then you know exactly where to apply your information and reasoning. So, find the issues.
Then trigger those libs.
Work on them.
Work on them? Oh, I'll work on you. I'll work on you.
All right, and always leave room for violence.
After that, Jeff thought about subjects for argument, about methods of argument. He watched himself, too.
Oh, that's silly. The rehearsal couldn't be at 7 o'clock. Miss Alquist can't.
Miss
Oh,
Alquist
God, I'm
can't
having
get
Punch
there
and
by
Judy
7.
flashbacks.
She likes to eat at Hanson's restaurant jam.
Punch and Judy are...
My God, I'm morally inferior to a puppet.
Oh, never mind. If Miss Alquist said 7 o'clock, I suppose we better be there then.
He tried to save his arguing for topics worth argument. Opinions. Proposed actions where his argument might make a difference.
Like internet threads about Zack Snyder movies.
But one day, not long ago,
Listen, gang, ticket sales are going swell, so I guess we'll have to reserve the gym for our party.
Wait a minute. Why the gym? We want to use the lodge at Langdon Park.
You idiot.
Rather expensive, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Besides, think of all the...
Wait, what would Judy do?
Do you know how much they charge for the lodge?
Well, no.
Well, we want our party to be informal, don't we?
That's right.
We could have a good informal time at the lodge. We could decorate there. And they have a big fireplace where we could roast weenies and marshmallows.
That's a wonderful idea.
Weenies, huh?
Don't you think we should first find out the cost of the lodge and then decide?
yes, Jeff is still an arguer.
A proper
But
douche.
he's learning to make his arguments purposeful and profitable.
With his own YouTube channel.
How well do you argue?
Oh, I'm really good at it. I just call people cucks and post mic drop gifs. And yes, it's GIF. You want to debate me? Thank you so much for watching Fun with Shorts. This series is supported by Patreon and patrons like these wonderful people right here. They get early access to new episodes and exclusive episodes every month. Also, check out the updated funwithshorts.com for DVDs and merch and all the good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.